Hello and welcome. My name is Jay, and today I'll be taking a look at and digging through one of the most important pieces of modern literature, Quan Millz's Old Thot Next Door. The novel Old Thot Next Door is a transformative narrative from the reasonably obscure author Quan Millz. Millz, hailing from Miami, Florida, was formerly employed at a Chicago law firm, though once he lost his position, he turned to writing and has since written and published polarizing works of fiction such as Becky Put Raisins in the Potato Salad and This Hoe Got Roaches in Her Crib, though certainly the undeniable magnum opus of Mills's writing is Old Thot Next Door. Now, Old Thot Next Door is a work of fiction that is often ignored or outright shunned by novice and intermediate readers and critics alike due to the often esoteric and experimental themes implemented. Seen as and self described as a ratchet soap opera thriller, readers who lack a critical eye are unable to detect the subtle complexities in Mills's writing. Despite this, the true learned and elite are able to appreciate this book, and it is widely discussed in top literary circles. Furthermore, the vast influence of this sprawling epic is little known, and Millz marionettes the world of literature from the shadows of obscurity. Old Thot Next Door follows the sexual escapades of the titular Old Thot named Vernita Washington. This book is split into two parts, the first being a narrative from the perspective of the Old Thot, the latter introducing interspersed chapters from the perspective of a police detective named Mike Colvin. Without further ado, the first chapter of Old Thot Next Door. Before we begin, I would like to give a brief disclaimer about the content present in the novel Old Thot Next Door. This book often provides detailed, graphic, and intimate scenes of sexual intercourse between the Old Thot and many young men. Furthermore, this novel contains usage of a particular word very many times, and I'll be replacing that word in dialogue with the word friend. If either of these topics make you uncomfortable or they're not your style, I would highly recommend not watching this video or grabbing a trusted adult or friend to watch with you. With that being said, let's get right into the summary of the first chapter of Old Thot Next Door. This novel begins with describing our protagonist, the Old Thot, or Vernita Ernestine Washington. Vernita is a 76-year-old woman who proudly claims, I might be a 76-year-old woman, but this big, thick pussy between my toned brown legs don't act like it. Consuming alcohol and smoking marijuana, or reefer as she puts it, is an activity that she is fondly familiar with despite her advanced age. She also declares that she loves to ride me a big ol' black dick. In order to maintain her youthful vigor, instead of practicing regular exercise, dieting, or hydrotherapy, she states that she enjoys engaging in sexual intercourse with men many years younger than her. She states, call me a nasty woman, call me a predator if you want to, but riding some young dick is truly what regulates my blood pressure and keeps my cholesterol down. And at this moment, we understand that two young dicks are on the way to Vernita's place, and that her pussy was ready to get this party started. When her sexual partners, or as Vernita puts it, her young dicks arrive, we learn the name of one of them, Markel. After seeing Vernita, the unnamed companion of Markel clutches his mouth and asks, Yo, this who we finna tag? Now, tag is a reference to a sexual threesome between the unnamed companion, Markel, and Vernita. Then, after this, the unnamed companion says, Man, she old as fuck. Vernita grows irate at this, because she truly feels that she is not as old as her body is. She invites these two young men in, and in reference to the unsavory weather outside, she claims that I was content with staying in my place and riding these dicks for hours, you hear me? Yep, I hear you, Vernita. We learn the name of Markel's companion, Will, and Vernita describes her ideal sexual partner. But, ooh baby, Miss Vernita just loved her some roughneck street friends. Straight out of jail, too. I want that first post-release nut. She describes the young man as 5'10" and rather muscular, and states she thinks that that dick of his weighed about a good 200 pounds, and I was getting so moist just thinking about the good time that I was about to have. Before she could engage in intimacy with her young dicks, it is imperative that she take her fish oil and ginkgo biloba pills. Now, a ginkgo is a type of gymnosperm tree which may look a little something like this specimen from Licking County, Ohio. Vernita claims this is for medical reasons. She finds her memory growing increasingly hazy in her senior years. After this, she tells the man, in reference to marijuana, that she finna go to get the reefer and the henny. We learn Vernita's preferences in smoking marijuana. She states, I smokes nothing but blunts. Backwoods, matter of fact. I got them Russian creams in the back. Speaking of cream, I could feel my pussy getting juicier than a fresh pot roast, which again might look like this. Now, when Vernita returns with the marijuana, Will is excited at the prospect of smoking, and he states, oh shit, Granny is a thought. However, he quickly rescinds this after realizing the blatant disrespect in the notion. We learn that Vernita met Markel at a fitness club and began engaging in frequent intercourse when he started giving her home training sessions. She claims that she only agreed because I could see in Markel's eyes I could make him a victim to my good, tender pussy. And lo and behold, 2 home training sessions later, I seduced his ass and put this moist pink monkey of mine's onto him. Before Vernita returns with the marijuana, she inspects herself in the mirror, she chuckles, and she sticks her tongue out. When she does finally return, she sees Markel and Will completely naked, sitting on her nice white Italian leather living room sofa. Now, she was shocked by this, but it wasn't the fact that Markel and Will were naked that shocked her. What shocked her is that they were kissing, or as Vernita puts it, tongues all deep down in each other's throats. Their eyes were closed and everything as if they were in love, and they were stroking each other's already hard dicks. Now, Vernita finds this shocking, of course, and she shouts, what in the hell are y'all doing? This marks the end of the first chapter of Old Thot Next Door. This is a start to one of the most important literary journeys that one can have. In the next episode, I will cover the events of the second chapter of the novel Old Thot Next Door. Until then, everybody, take care and have a great night.